Good afternoon. I am Teresa Cornicone, the Civic Engagement Coordinator for the Bob Graham Center for Public Service at the University of Florida. On behalf of this center, I would like to welcome you to the League of Women Voters Alachua County Primary Candidate Forum. The Bob Graham Center for Public Service was founded with the purpose of engaging the community in the principles of citizenship. As a center, we are committed to offering the public opportunities to connect with the wider world around us. Additionally, the League and the Center are committed to providing the community with nonpartisan and important information about our local elections and candidates. I would like to thank the League of Women Voters Alachua County for partnering with us on this event, which underscores the importance of citizen involvement in local elections. I would now like to introduce Diana Boxer, the co-chair of Voter Services for the League of Women Voters Alachua County.
Thank you, Teresa. Good afternoon to all of the viewers and welcome to our primary election candidate forum. As Teresa said, my name is Diana Boxer and I'm co-chair of Voter Services for the local league. And along with co-chair Gwen Wagner and the League of Women Voters of Alachua County and the Graham Center, we would like to welcome you today. We appreciate your viewership and of course, the participation of the candidates. This forum is open to the public, and an open forum such as this is the essence of democracy and the freedoms that we enjoy in the Republic. I would just like to say that we will not be fact-checking any possibly inaccurate statements by the candidates, and nor have we afforded the candidates the opportunity to rebut possible factually inaccurate statements made by other candidates. This is a forum and not a debate. The League of Women Voters is a nonpartisan organization that promotes democracy through voter education and advocacy. We do not endorse candidates or political parties, but for more than 100 years, we have studied and supported state, local, and national issues. I remind you that no recording in any medium is allowed. No part of the video that we're recording today may be used in a political advertisement. The content of the forum is the property of the League of Women Voters of Alachua County and the Graham Center, which will record it and make it available to the public after the event. Post-forum viewing will be possible on the League's and the Graham Center's YouTube channels and social media, as well as our websites. Gwen Wagner and I are the moderators for the panels today, with the help of Deborah Scheinman, our Vice President, and Candy Birch, Voter Services member. We will introduce ourselves and explain the format of the panel, which participants have received in advance. All candidates have also received and agreed to the forum rules. They are the standard rules used by our league for virtual forums. Questions were prepared and selected by members of the league. Candidates who appear by name on the primary ballot, ballot for school board, Circuit Judge 8, Group 12, City of Gainesville Commission, County Commission, and Mayor were invited to participate in today's forum. The views expressed in the forum today are those of the candidates and not of the league.
And now I will serve as the moderator for the County Commission District 2 panel. There are 2 Democratic candidates for the County Commission District 2 seat who will appear on the primary ballot. The candidates are Charlie Jackson and Mary Helen Wheeler. Welcome, candidates, and thank you for joining us today. Alachua County Commissioners are elected for a 4-year term with no term limits. Seats are elected by the county at large. All registered voters in Alachua County, regardless of their place of residence, may cast a vote in all county commission races. At the time of the election, candidates must live in the district they represent. The format of the forum, it must be as follows. Each candidate will have 1 minute for an opening statement. Following the opening statements, I will read questions prepared by the League of Women Voters. Each candidate will have 1 minute to answer. There will be a total of 4 questions. I will alphabetically rotate the order in which the candidates respond. Candidates, a timer will be visible on your screen, so please keep an eye on it during your answers. An audible ding will sound when you have 15 seconds remaining at 1 minute. Charlie Jackson, are you able to unmute your cell phone and speak to us with your opening statement?
Okay, thank you very much. Again, I want to thank the Bob Graham Center for Public Service and the League of Women Voters for inviting me here today. I'm Charlie Jackson. I'm the candidate for Alachua County Commission, District Number 2. I'm a candidate for this campaign because I've fought for freedom, democracy, and justice in this country, and I love this county. I want to ensure that we become a more sustainable county. We can only do that by listening to our citizens. You know, we heard candidates earlier today. We've got to listen to our citizens and take their input prior to making critical decisions based upon what the citizen needs. I'm married to Carolyn, and we have 2 children, Derek and Latoya. I'm the number 6 child of a family of 11. I grew up in a small town in Jasper. I was given an opportunity to seek a degree at Florida A&M University, commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Army, retired as a major. In the Army, my most highlighted event was during the Iraq War. I had the opportunity to coordinate the logistics for General Powell, General Sorkoff, and General McCaffrey, resulting in an attack upon the Iraqis winning the war within 100 hours. Now, let me move on and talk about what I bring to the table. I bring a global eye to the table and experience in this candidacy. I've served in 5 countries. I lived in 6 states. I've worked through 2 downturns.
Thank you so
Carly?
much. I'm
Thank
afraid
you.
your time is up for the 1-minute opening statement. Mary Helen Wheeler, could I have your opening statement while we continue to work with Mr. Jackson?
Absolutely. Here we go. All right. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. I am Mary Helen Wheeler, and I am candidate for re-election for District 2, Alachua County Commission. I'm a retired public school teacher and became involved politically with the labor groups here that included our teachers union some 20 years ago. I'm currently working on boards with mental health and justice systems, education, substance abuse, career resources, Tri-County Community Social Services, the Alachua County Library, and tourist development. But I've also been very active in working with sustainable and environmental issues. My ability to connect people with similar interests and concerns have given me the opportunity to build bridges so we can connect people across the county and also across county lines as well. So I am hoping that people are going to have confidence in my ability to carry out the offices for another 4 years, and looking forward to the vote on August 23rd. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go on to our prepared statements and our prepared questions. You will have 1 minute to answer. And so normally we would be, toggling back and forth, but we'll start with you and see if we can get through this.
Okay.
So the first question for you is, what are your thoughts about the proposed Springs County?
Well, this is my district. The Springs County folks are the ones that are in District 2. I've had conversations with folks over there to try to understand what more they want from the county than what they're getting, because I felt like I'd done a really good job. My concern is that it's not sustainable financially if these folks decide to pull out. They are going to be losing an awful lot of services that the county right now offers them. And I feel like that it is short-sighted and perhaps ill-conceived to the point where people are being misled about what could actually happen. I am totally against the idea of this county being separated this way. And I would say that anyone who feels like they're not being served needs to put a candidate out there who could challenge me to do a better job.
Thank you. What are your thoughts about the proposed Springs County?
My thoughts about that, I think it really needs to be well thought out. Anytime you lay out something new, I think there should be a master plan that identifies the issues, advantages, the disadvantages, and how it impacts on the overall global economic impact of our area.
Okay, all right. Then our second question is to explain your position on proposed changes to Alachua County's governance from at-large to single-member districts.
Well, my position here is that obviously as a candidate for District Number 2, I want to be available to the citizens within the district. But I think as a district, we also bring in a capacity that can be served countywide. So I'm not for a single member district. I am fully behind where we are now.
Very good. Thank you. Explain your position on the proposed changes to Alachua County governance from at-large to single-member districts. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, thank you very much. No, I am totally against changing the way that we're doing it now. As I said, I am elected to the District 2, but I serve the whole county. And what we're going to try to do is to educate folks in the county to understand that right now they have 5 commissioners. And even the folks in Waldo and Micanopy have access to me and the rest of the commissioners. You know, folks all over this county have 5 commissioners. If we go to a single member district, they're going to have 1 person that they have access to. I think it's going to cause competition. It would cause competition between different districts. It would also go further to separate us from each other. The way we have it now, we can work together across the county and support each other. One community, one district can support another one when it's needed. So I just feel like that it is not going to serve the county as well as what we already have now.
Okay, thank you so much. What are your thoughts on the creation of a county-wide solar program and or low-income financing program to help diversify access to residential solar?
Well, my experience with the county has been one of significance. It ranged from instituting water reduction conservation to energy reduction operations. Solar is new, it's renewable, and I think solar is going to only be one of the source of bringing down our utilities costs, reducing the demands upon the grid. So I'm for solar 100%. I work putting solar at the county jail on county buildings. So I clearly understand the value, the benefit of relieving our utility providers by bringing in an alternate means of providing electrical power.
Thank you. What are your thoughts on the creation of a county-wide solar program and or a low-income financing program to help diversify access to residential solar?
Thank you. I feel like that we are not moving as quickly as we need to towards solar. I would like us to be working more closely with GRU. I feel like that we need to be able to have individuals use solar in their homes. I feel like also that our businesses need to be able to use solar on their rooftops and on our brown spaces wherever they are. And I feel like that if we need to do income financing, that's a good use of our money in terms of making sure that we are eliminating our reliance on the electric that we have now. We've got to go to the point where we can use alternative resources. But in some of these districts that are low income, we also need to pay attention to the environmental equity issues that we're becoming now so familiar with.
Thank you. Then our final question is, what are your plans to support economic development? Specifically, what are your positions on tax cuts, infrastructure investment, and job training?
That's a very good point. And one of the items I'm going to be reaching out to are 5. I got 5 top priorities. The one item that I'm going to be looking for is to revitalize the quality of life for all citizens by seeking out near and long-term opportunities to provide a change. Change has to come through developing a near and a long-term strategic plan. We do not have a long-term strategic plan. With that plan, we will identify the current and the future needs of where we need to go. I wanted to add one last thing is jobs. We've got to have jobs, we've got to bring jobs.
Thank you. What are your plans to support economic development? Specifically, what are your positions on tax cuts, infrastructure investment, and job training?
Well, as a retired teacher, I realized that job training is a big issue, particularly for a lot of our young people that did not take the academic track in our community. And right now, we have the opportunity to get people into jobs, even if they don't have a high school diploma. Tax cuts, you know, we have not raised the millage rates on the 4 years that I've been there, and we do not have the intention to do that. Now, in terms of tax cuts, we also then have to understand what programs we're willing to cut if that's the direction we take. I think on our board particularly, we are fiscally responsible enough that we can make sure that we can have those programs funded properly, the ones that people in Alachua County expect to have from the government. So I am not looking for tax cuts. I'm looking for us to make sure that we're spending the money that we're asking people for now in a responsible way. And economic development is happening, and I look forward to talking about that later.
Thank you so much. I want to thank both of you for being here with us. This concludes the panel for the County Commission District 2.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all for your patience in bearing with us. Thank you to the candidates for your participation this afternoon. We appreciate your time and your thoughtful answers to the questions. The League will offer you, the candidates, another opportunity to connect with voters through our digital voter guide that's coming soon, Vote 411. So candidates, please look for an invitation in your inbox tomorrow. Thank you also to the viewers for your participation today, all 350 of you. This concludes the League of Women Voters of Alachua County and Bob Graham Center for Public Service 2022 Primary Election Candidate Forum. Post-forum viewing will be available on our League and Graham Center YouTube channels. We plan to have a October 11th candidate forum for the regular election. Details about that are to come, so please join us for that. And remember to vote before August 23rd or on August 23rd. Your vote is your voice. Thank you all.